Second. Hello, and welcome to a word of hope for Saturday of the third week of Easter. I hope you enjoyed Father Don Gergen the last couple of days. He's a fine preacher and a fine assistant. Today I would like to focus on chapter 6 of St. John's Gospel, which is today's Gospel account, and the discouragement of the disciples, not just the apostles around Jesus, but of the many, many disciples who were following him. And they found his words tough to take, and they said that to him. It was hard to keep with him because of the kinds of things he was saying about his relationship to the Father and how they were one. And so it says that many of them decided to leave. They walked away and no longer kept company with Jesus. Jesus must have been somewhat discouraged because he turns to his disciples and he says, "What about you? Do you also want to leave?" And that's when Peter says to him, "Master, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." I think of those tough days trying to understand God in Jesus and the parallel of the tough times we are going through today with this pandemic. I see how in those days some grew weary and walked away. Others who were also weary renewed themselves and hung in there with him. I believe in one's sense that's where we're at. We have the same challenge. No doubt we're weary. I know I'm weary. And I know I have to renew myself every day. I have to pray every day and mentally prepare myself for another day of isolation, another day of sheltering in place, another day of praying and trying to understand what I can't understand. Sometimes I want to say, "Get me out of here. Scotty, beam me up," as if I were on the Enterprise. But I can't. Every day I need to renew my understanding of my relationship with God and my place during this crisis. I invite you to the same, that just like Peter, James, and John and the other disciples who refused to walk, they renewed themselves. I invite you to be the source of your own renewal, the source of your own strength, and the source of your own daily hope. God bless you.